Welcome to Agenda Edina, a program summarizing the actions taken at City Hall that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. Affordable housing is being considered for development adjacent to the new Fire Station 2. The city bought an 8-acre property on West 76th Street to build the new fire station, which will take up less than half the site. One option the city is exploring is the development of housing to meet Edina's affordable housing goals.
So housing on this site would help the city with achieving its comprehensive plan goal of providing approximately 1,800 units of affordable housing by 2030, and also helping the city with meeting its climate action plan goals, reducing VMT, and increasing public transit ridership by providing more housing near transit and jobs.
The Edina Housing Foundation hired LHB Architecture and Engineering to create concepts for housing on the site. The foundation and LHB presented 3 preliminary ideas to the City Council at a work session earlier this month. One option is 5 sets of 4-unit, 2-story townhomes. Another is a 4-story apartment building with 45 to 50 units and 3 sets of 4-unit, 2-story townhomes. The third option is most dense, with both 3- and 4-story apartment buildings on the site. Council members gave the foundation feedback on the proposals and asked for additional information. To move forward with the project, the foundation would need to request control of the site from the city. The cost of the land, if acquired by the foundation, has not been determined. The city's new Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Manager began work earlier this summer. Thomas Brooks will continue the work needed to follow through on the city's vision of providing a high quality of life for all its residents. Edina TV shows us how Thomas is approaching his new role.
In any community, change is unavoidable, but how a city views and reacts to that change takes intention. Thomas Brooks has been on the job as the new Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Manager for only a couple months, but he's taken that time to learn and gather data.
It's a great way for me and for staff to, one, make sure that we understand the community, who's actually in the community and who's actually accessing city programs and services.
Brooks arrived at the city after working for the state of Minnesota, a move he says brings him closer to both employees and residents on a day-to-day basis.
I look at a city like Edina, and certainly something special has been built here in the city. But I also look at a city like Edina, and there is so much potential and opportunity, particularly when we start to leverage an inclusive and equity lens in the work that we're doing.
Work that includes looking at guiding documents.
One of the things that Thomas and I will be working really closely on, and also having the opportunity to engage the community in, is as we look at our equity strategic action plan, to how can we move our community forward and follow the data in order to be able to make changes to best serve the rest of our residents.
Services accessible to anyone, regardless of need, which goes hand in hand with recruiting and retaining a diverse workforce.
Some of those hard to fill jobs that we have within the city that maybe aren't getting as many applications as we'd like, or are particularly harder to diversify because there are so limited applications.
And what can we do to create ideas?
Taking city operations into sharp focus with the help of a new and experienced point of view.
Thomas is a thoughtful problem solver. I'm super excited for the opportunity to work alongside him, to learn from him, and to grow with him.
From Edina City Hall, I'm Scott Denfeld, Edina TV.
Brooks' resume includes a bachelor's degree in business administration and a master's degree in industrial and organizational psychology. He also serves on the Minnesota Board of Social Work, where he aims to reduce barriers for social workers, especially those working with diverse communities. The Edina Police and Fire Departments have relaunched Smart911, a service that has dual purposes: notify the public of public safety incidents and better inform first responders of a resident's health conditions and more. Smart911 allows police sergeants, fire chiefs, 911 dispatchers, and communications department staff to send alerts on public safety incidents throughout the city. Smart 911 also gives residents the opportunity to share information about themselves, such as their health conditions, pets, and more. So first responders have that important information when they respond to an emergency.
The goal around the Smart 911 is to try to inform the public as quickly and efficiently as possible about a significant event. Our officers and our sergeants have to try to maintain the scene. They have to try to manage it, manage the personnel, manage the situation. So they're not going to be able to do it in a real-time setting. So it's going to be within an hour and a half or 2 hours of a significant incident that will allow them to be able to communicate out via text, email, Facebook, and Twitter what the situation was.
If you are interested in enrolling in public safety notification text updates, text Edina Alerts to 67283. Once this step is complete, you can either stay subscribed to the text messages only, or you can finish creating your Smart 911 account by clicking on the link in the follow-up text message. To opt out of text notifications, send the word STOP to 67283. If you do not want to sign up for text alerts but want them in another way, you can visit edinamn.gov/alerts to start creating your account and manage your notification preferences. The 50th and Grange Street project near Edina City Hall is behind schedule, pushing the completion date to late September. Soils in the area were different than preliminary borings indicated, causing a change in how 2 retaining walls along the north side of West 50th Street can be constructed. The contractors and engineers have determined a different technique, and construction is scheduled for mid-August. After the walls are installed, the remaining concrete curb and gutter, sidewalk, and pavement will be installed. The street will reopen as soon as it is safe for both the traveling public and the contractor. I hope you are enjoying these last few weeks of summer, which starts to signal the end of road construction in Minnesota. Thank you for watching this episode of Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.